Vanessa. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm a final year graduate student and I'm going to be showing you how I do my bullet journal for January. Before I do so, make sure to subscribe and like and leave a comment if you liked this video, or if you didn't like this video. Let's get on to it. Okay, so here's why I started doing my own bullet journals. So these are my two planners from the past 2 years, and they're honestly not my favorite. Like, I just don't like the lines, and they're just ugly. They don't fit the needs that I have, and I just wanted to get a new one. Alright, so then I found this website that sells recycled journals, and I found this one that has real flowers pressed on the front cover, and it's handmade. The only problem is that it has pages that are very rigid. However, it's totally fine with me. It's just not like the generic bullet journals. Sorry, I'm just all over the place right now. So before you get started, I needed to have a plan, so I drew out like the pages and what I wanted in each page. Obviously it didn't go as planned. After that, I had to make a list of the things I wanted in a page. For example, those graphs and those molecular structures. So the first page contains the key that tells me exactly how I'm going to categorize my work later on in my bullet journal. Oh my god, this second page took so long. It took around 3 days of me just making the whole thing, putting in the numbers. I even did this in my car, just like sitting there, just putting the numbers for the entire year. This took me the longest, and honestly, I guess it was very therapeutic. The page next to it is just a vision board for the year of all the things that I want to do. It's like super simple, super basic. So because this is an anatomy and physiology themed spread, I decided to do two of my favorite organs of the body, the heart and the brain, for my first calendar top section. And I honestly just love doodling. You will catch me doodling 90% of the time when I'm sitting in class. Yes, I did mess up on the brain. It does not look the way I wanted it to look, but at this point it's whatever. Now this page is specifically for monthly goals of January, and I'm going to be dedicating this page to figure out what I want to do for the month. This is a great way to be productive, and apparently for this page it's double-stranded DNA as my theme. I love this method because it allows you to sit down and reflect on what you want for this month specifically. Right, so then I started drawing some benzene rings just around, and then at this point I started just regretting just even starting it because it does not look even. But then I decided to just go with it and finish it up with all its double bonds. So as you can see, this page went from biology to organic chemistry to anatomy again. I started drawing kidneys, then I drew lungs, and then I drew a liver with a gallbladder at the end. So I still don't know what I'm going to write specifically on the second box that I'm going to draw under the first box, but that's the beauty of bullet spreads, that you could create something and then you can modify it as you go. So my spreads are not going to look the same, so if you subscribe you will be able to see like my full filled in journal for February spread. So for my next page I wanted to do a mood tracker. For this specifically I wanted to do a graph so I can actually measure my mood and see its ups and downs as I go. So the x-axis has the dates of the month. The y-axis has a rate of 0 to 10 of how I feel. 10 as in really good, 0 as in I want to, really don't want to exist. Underneath the graph is a note section for me to just write a sentence about my day. So I thought it'd be cool to draw one of the molecular structures for serotonin, because that's what's responsible for your mood. and I did mess up in one of the molecular bonds that I'm going to fix later. The next page is a habit tracker. I was really big on reading last year, and I wanted to bring it back and actually track how many times I read a month, and also how many books do I end up touching upon. And the second thing I wanted to track was my gym schedule and what type of exercise I do, because I tend to have a versatile exercise schedule, and I wanted to see what I gear towards more and what I gear towards less, depending on the season, depending on my stress level. Just really understanding and analyzing how I work depending on where I am in the year. And honestly, this is a really useful way to track how you're doing in terms of your goals. Yes, I'm bringing back organic chemistry. I'm drawing a dopamine structure because that's what you get when you are exercising, and also endorphins, but the structure itself is huge and I didn't have space, so you know. And each exercise has its own little symbol to make it easy for you to track. So for my weekly spreads, I just wanted it to be very minimalistic. I wanted it to have an open space so I can work with it every week depending on how I feel. And that's something that I love doing. I love having versatility every week. I didn't like the same things on the old planners, so I could just make up what I wanted to do depending on the week and color in or maybe doodle, whatever I feel like. And I'm really excited for you to see it when it's filled in next month, so make sure to subscribe.